Snazza with the first. How you doing? I hear you say someone's walking over my grave. Lay your flowers at my door. I know it's not because of you in my dreams. You good, Snaz? That's good. I'm doing very well, thank you. Over my grave, lay your flowers at my door. Good morning, Co. Good evening. How are you? Hello, hello. I was distracted watching YouTube videos and I looked down at the time and I was like, holy fuck, I need to start stream. It's been a common theme for me lately, just getting a little bit distracted right before stream. Whoops. It's temporary that way. How's everyone's day been? Well, Co's is just starting, but happy first day of spring, Hells. How exciting. Thank God. Damn. Let's go. Marie with the sub. 10 months? Shoosh. Hello, Marie. How are you? Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Hello. All the lights are out. Still on holidays? Nice. I love that for you. I'm well, thank you. Doing very well. Oh, hi, Russian. Hi, V. I jumped a step there. Jess, hello. Where's my beautiful face? It's hiding. I've just started stream. I need to go and get another beer. What up? How are we? Black and white. Hello to all my Baben lawyers. Hello, Em. How are you? Oh, hi, Russian text. Oh, hi, Marie. Charmy said hi too. Hello, Chris. How we doing? Good to see everybody. Brian. Hey, Alondra. How are you? Hello. Oh my God, how handsome. That's rich coming from you. Oh my God. Hey, Sean. Hello. Charmy, our polite king. Yeah. Me on a stream on time. It's unheard of. Day off today, Sean. Yeah. Charmy's a good boy. It should be his stream, but he refuses to host one for some reason. Ah, fair enough, Sean. That makes sense. We love a long weekend, though. Hell yeah. Yeah, Charmy's world's best co-host. No beanie. Well, I'm not like super freezing cold at the moment, so it's literally right here. So there's plenty of time for it to go on still. Yeah, same here, Sean. If the holiday's on a Sunday, we get the Monday off. Sydney's put on some beautiful days to start spring. It wasn't too great here from the looks of it. I didn't go outside, but it didn't look too great. A Wordle video. Yeah, there is one already from ages ago. I do need to do another one though. I actually did think about it like last week or the week before. It was somewhat recently. But then it's just extra effort to do it because it's like annoying to edit. It's not like that annoying, but you know, I'm just being lazy. I remember the promise. I haven't forgotten it, don't worry. I look good today. Are you saying I don't normally look good? It's probably because my like hair is sitting not like dog shit and my scruff's not too long. It's just a voiceover? Nah. There's more that goes into it than that. Got to do Charmy's makeup, make sure the lighting's right. He's got to have a full drink. On your way to lunch with a friend. All good, Marie. Enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good day. Enjoy your holidays. Have fun in court. Shall do. I'll keep it, V. Don't worry. Oh, being a content creator is so... It's literally the hardest thing ever. Ever. My boss came back from her vacation and I wasn't scolded for not... That's a good thing, yes, V, for not being scolded for not doing work properly. Natty, how you doing? Yeah, we were just talking about that. About him doing one of my Wordle videos. He's too shy to host a stream by himself, so he's just my wonderful co-host at the moment. Yeah. Your pet on the head. Hello, V, how are you? The hair and the scruff? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The day you said he fell on you. Was that when I was in bed? It's literally how it was. It's funny. She even asked how was my road trip from 2 weeks ago. Aww. She sounds cool, V. How do you remember? I completely forgot about that. Charmy fell on my head. Because I would have had him... Sometimes I put him like just next to my computer, like over here in the corner of a nighttime, and sometimes I can't be bothered, so I just push him to like the corner, like on my bed in the corner. So I must have done that one night and sitting on top of pillows, and then I must have moved and he must have fallen off like onto me. She's cool when she isn't meanie. Sometimes she's in a mood to hate everyone. Thankfully, today is not a day. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Holidays must have been good. Terrifying, massive cartoony face staring right at you. Could you imagine that just like right in your face like this? It'd actually be scary. Okay. What I look like with the lights off. We've played nearly 50 hours. After this stream, we will have played 50 hours of Phoenix Wright. That's pretty crazy. That's a lot. Be nice to Charlie. Who's Charlie? I don't know a Charlie. That's a lie. I do know a Charlie, actually. That true reminds me, speaking of Charlie, there was a girl that I used to work with. She was like 15 or 16 or something when I worked in retail. And she was a really like kind of awkward, shy girl. This was before when I told her that I was moving from my store to another store. So it would have been like end of 2023. And she was like, okay, it was nice knowing you. And I'm like, why'd you say it like that, Charlie? I'm not dying. I'm just moving like a kilometer down the road. She's like, okay. What do you mean? Why do you sound like I'm dying? Worked with children? Yummy? No. What the fuck? You get those hours in a week? I mean, it's true, but that's a job... Have I ever met her? Yeah, oh, well, because I was still in the same company, but I just went to a different store. So I went to a store that was like a kilometer down the road, and I saw her a couple of times after that when I went to visit, you know, the old shop occasionally. But then after I left that company, I have not seen her since. I've seen very few people from that company since then. But to her, I stopped existing. It's true, yeah. Fuck, I need to do my tax return, hey. Do my tax. She was so excited to say goodbye and move on. No, she liked me. And she was a good little worker. I was going to say she was a good little worker. She was an average worker, but she was a really good human. We just go in circles. Okay, let me start this up here. I need that one. And that one, yeah. And then audio, I need this one. Oh, pardon me. Almost 4K back? What the fuck? How did you get that much back? That's insane. She was a good little girl. Please don't say it like that. She was like the most quiet, innocent little, like, person ever. She spoke really, like, softly, and she had very little, like, life experience because she was, like, she was like a nerd. Like, she loved anime and manga and playing games and stuff. So it was good to, like, get to talk about her with that to kind of get her out of her shell a little bit. But she was, like, so awkward with customers and stuff. But ew, that sounds so gross. Have I ever told you I love you? Yeah, but you know what? It's like when you're kind of like a socially awkward, or the I was gonna say the stereotype. That's not the word I'm looking for. She was like really she was really like short for her age and just like kept to herself, and she was a nerd. What's the term? I don't know what I was gonna say archetype, but that's also still not quite right. I don't know how to describe it. Got that back, to be honest. I thought because I got money from Canada when I moved there, it'd be less. Interesting. Height discrimination? No. She's like, there's... Hey, Delka, how are you? I talk guy. I was like the really short guy in primary school. And at the start of high school, I should say, I guess. In a high school, to start high school, I was really short. Everyone was taller than me. But now I'm thankfully... Wait, what's the average, like, male height for an Australian? I'm 175 centimeters. I'm 178 centimeters at the moment, 5'10". So I'm literally just taller than the average Australian male. Thank God I grew a little bit. Hey Ellen, how are you? You were the shortest until the final grade. V had a mini growth spurt. Let's go. Yes, but please keep saying this. My head gets big. Doing good, thanks, Hidolka. That's good. Glad to hear it. Hi, BVN in an ad break for Survivor. All good. I assumed it's Survivor. Ellen's 5'1". Little shorty. I look tall as? Nah. I'm 5'10". I'm normal. I'm literally just above average height. Hey, Tremonti, how are you? V is pretty tall for a girl. Helen, lol, I'm 5 foot fuck all. Average height's 164, you're 170. Sean's 166. Yeah, but you said there was another show after Survivor, didn't you, Ellen? Tremonti's 5'2" short ass. Oh. Amazing Race, that's right. Yep. Okay, before we lock into this, I'm going to grab a beer quickly. I was always taller than my friends. It was so cute. They're all all your friends were like little babies, Yudelka. You're 5'6", yeah, that's fair. Snaz is 162, so what's that, like 5'4"? This 5 season's so great, but so stressful. I have to have tea to calm down. Oh, that's funny. I like to say I'm the perfect cuddling height. That's good. 5 foot fuck all. That's funny. 5'4", 5'3". Yeah, okay. I'm like, lady friend is like literally maybe, I think 5'9". She's a little bit shorter than I am. Just shorter than I am. 5 foot fuck all is so funny, I agree. Gotta go to work. All good, V. Have fun lawyering. Love you. Have fun. Good luck at work. Don't work too hard. Right, beer. 1 second. She'll be taller than me in heels, yeah. It's true. Well, when she's in her like, she wore her Crocs the other day when she came over. And she had her Crocs on, and I was still just a tiny bit taller than her, so I have a tiny little bit of wiggling room. But yeah, probably taller than me with heels on, I would say. Made extra of dinner last night, so you don't have to cook. BRB Survivor's back on, all good. And smart with the extra cooking there, Ellen. Alright. Let's be lawyers, shall we? We are going straight into court today, gang. Is this the second or third court trial for this case? I don't remember, because this could be the end of this game, potentially. Is this second or third court? This is the second one? Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I think it's 2, but I'm not certain, but that it does sound right. December 30. Are we going to end this shit on New Year's Eve? Good morning, Max. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I've got to do the voices again. That's the worst part about this game, is trying to do the fucking... all the voices for everybody. I haven't played this for a week. Are Crocs tall shoes? Oh, I don't think they would be... Well, no, just because they got like the fat soles on them. Like the soles are pretty thick. So that's maybe like another inch, I guess. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Question marks. Tee-hee. Oh, God. It's fucking Regina. Okay. I've got a fat soul? Oh, like the shoe. Okay. I was like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry. I didn't sleep last night because I choose to stay up and watch motorsport and women's WC, so sorry if spelling in English is bad. Absolutely fine, Hells. No dramas at all. Need all shoes to be platform for me to be any kind of tall. Yep. Fair enough. I'm so glad that I grew a little bit when I was in high school, because if I stayed being like the short ass that I was, it'd be awful. Starting Monday's stream already fate. It's just Brian things. You should expect to know to expect nothing from me by now, surely. Don't get nervous, Maxi. Here, have a glass of milk. Why the fuck's she carrying a glass of like milk with her? Regina! How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? You stopped at 14. Wait, are your parents short, Tremonti? Have I... Don't... Hells, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Now it's just gonna be non-stop. If I start yawning, everyone has permission to throw eggs at Hells, okay? I don't make the rules, that's just how it is. Because I'm a bitch. Mo said that? So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or where she... or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? How the fuck does Mo sound again? Throws eggs at Bro. What the fuck, Natty? Why would you throw eggs at me? I'm innocent. Mum's 5'6", Dad's 5'8". Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's about average then. And then you're just a little shorty. Everybody, let's get ready. Let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Like that, I think. Mo? Top of the morning to you, governor. I feel like every time I do Mo's voice, it's like slightly different to the last time that I did it. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Okay. Here, Max, I bought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, thanks. So how are you today, Wright? Well, I got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. Oh, be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. Yeah, sorry. Wish I knew the context for the stream. That would be helpful, yes. Sorry, I read that in my head before and then just remembered you said it. But yeah, having context for what's happened previously would help, but that's fine. You're just coming along for... Oh, pardon me. Coming along for the ride. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's going to be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Ayo! Have no context because I keep falling asleep. Yeah, that's fair. Your delay is insane. You don't know how to fix it. Well, I haven't dropped any frames today. It could be your internet maybe, Co. Does it keep buffering for you? Or like skipping like little skips every now and then? Because normally I would say to just refresh the... refresh whatever you're watching it on. Like I've got low latency on, so there shouldn't be like that much of a delay. But yeah, You think I'm good on my end tonight? I haven't dropped any frames yet tonight. Fingers crossed. Touch wood. So I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Ko. Yeah, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Is it a flashback? No, we're in the courtroom, I think. Yeah, we're in court. Okay, it's starting precisely at 10 a.m. We'll start with a chatter, 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 and then a pop, pop, pop. See how well I know this game. Ready? Fuck, it was 1. Damn it. I feel like I catch what everyone's saying like 30 seconds, but it's always like that, so I think it's just me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. What's going on then, Cole? I'm sorry. That's weird. I have noticed that sometimes, like, some people are a bit delayed, but it must be just like a loser yeah, like sometimes even if there's just like a tiny little skips every now and then, it's like they add up and then the delay just gets bigger and bigger. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to his revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. You watch on your phone? Normally phone's pretty good for me. Oh, ad break. Welcome back, Ellen. I've always found that like watching on your computer is the best, and it's not even close. And then your phone. And then whenever I cast like to my TV, it's dog shit. It's awful. I don't know what it's like if you watch it on just like a TV itself, but phones can be hit and miss sometimes. But I feel like computers are typically always the best. In fact, my detectives stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. Don't have a computer anymore. Rip. I would die without my computer, I think. I love it. They're both okay? Okay, yeah. Fair enough. I also think it depends on your internet too. That would be... I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if you're on Wi-Fi, it's typically worse than if, like, my computer's connected via Ethernet cord cables, so... When I cast, it's so delayed and also scary seeing it on the bigger screen. Yeah, I'd believe that. Yeah, I think it's, like, just shit over Wi-Fi. Australian internet does suck, yeah. No, Sean, they teased it at the end of the last stream about what happened to Edgeworth, but Phoenix didn't want to talk about it, so he like nipped it in the bud, and we haven't spoken again since. So the battery stopped working in your laptop. Wait, so even if you have it plugged in all the time, Tremonti, it doesn't work? Yeah, good call, Ellen. Good call. Hey, Avon, how are you? Good evening, good evening. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you? No, you haven't missed anything about boyfriends, no. Brian in HD is not what you want us to see. Yeah, fuck that. Imagine Brian being this big and HD. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Okay, you've said better, Phoenix. Okay. Had a nap and did the Monday crossword. How did you go with it, Avon? I got so stuck at the top and wanted to kill myself. Not to exaggerate at all, but I hated it. And the theme I thought was like good, but also silly. trombone champ on the big screen was an experience? I reckon, yeah. As soon as the plug comes out, it turns off. So it's just not worth, like, having it plugged in all the time? Is that just annoying? I got stuck at the top and it took me half an hour, Avon. I hated it. Because there was the Russian pancake clue crossed... then there was the... was it the Bulgarian capital city crossed with that? And then over on the left side was the South African something else. And I had no idea about any of it. And there was another something in the same area that I had no clue about. So there were like 2 clues overlapping each other that I just didn't know. No, I don't think it was Bulgaria then. Max to the connector's magnetic. It just... Oh, fuck, that's annoying. Max a dog shit. Tape it up, Tremonti. Get some duct tape and just fucking wrap it around that bitch. It's La Paz. See, I thought it was Lapaz or some shit. Yeah, La Paz. Yeah, Bolivia. Yeah. I hated it so much. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling. Oh, his name's Dingling. But everyone calls me Acro. I didn't have a voice for this guy, did I? I don't think I had a voice for this fella. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Berry Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? His name's Dingling. I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Should see if that would work. I mean, maybe don't go overboard and like cover any fans or anything, but if it stops the thing from coming out, then it could be worth it. I'm going to try and use the graphic software. It turns off because the battery's constantly at 1%. What a fucking headache. Why are the birds in the courtroom? Because it's Phoenix Wright. It's this game. There was there was the parrot in the last one in the courtroom. Did we interview the parrot as the witness? I don't remember. I don't think so. How did he get down from the 3rd floor? I don't know. I'm not sure. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. His wheelchair is nowhere in this picture, by the way. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It's 8 years old? Okay, that could have something to do with it, yeah. But yeah, get a PC or like a not Apple piece of hardware. Boo, Apple, boo. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. 250 gig? That's fucking nothing. What the hell? But also, if it was 8 years ago, I suppose, you know, standard for back then. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. I love Apple though. I had like an iPod Touch, like one of the first iPod Touches, and that's the only Apple product I've ever owned in my life. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the night sky. Apple is shit. Thank you, Avon. Finally, someone that agrees with me. No Apple slander. I love my MacBook Air and I had my MacBook Pro for 9 years on it. That's a long time. I've just never raised by an Apple hater, so I'm indoctrinated. I've just never liked Apple products personally. We had to use them at school. And, like, it was fine at school. But if I had to use it outside of that, I would, yeah, not be a fan. I have my theory that Acro brother is the one that committed the murder. And I think that the pepper was in the briefcase was the reason the lion... Interesting. Thought I'd say this before I passed out. Okay. Well, we'll see if that's actually the case then, Co. That's an interesting thought. Had your MacBook Air for 12? And that's crazy hells. Well, if you have all of like the Apple products, they like work together. It makes sense. So I can't really fault that. Too expensive, and I hate that the charge and arm like for chargers you have to use their stuff because it's not compatible with anything else. They've changed that now, thankfully. The charger thing at least, but use it as the main computers, and it was easy to get a Mac for. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair, Tremonti. I can't fault your reasoning behind that. That's absolutely fair. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Oh shit, she's bringing up edgy. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Designers prefer Apple, but no one can explain why. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm just an Apple hater. I've always just been Windows and Android. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Was it just after 10 p.m.? 10:15. That makes sense. Isn't the brother in a... Yeah, he's still in a coma. Allegedly. But Acro did go to the hospital of the day of the murder to visit his brother, he said. Adobe was created specifically for Macs, so they run smoother on Macs. Okay, because I've always used Adobe and had no issues. Well, few issues with it. Any more PC now that I need a beefier machine? Yeah, fair. I didn't know that they were made for Macs. That's interesting. And I was resting in my bed. Wait, so can I... Did they say I can't press him on these? I'm just going to do it. You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turn the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the building outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Where'd you get this other bird from? I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. The fuck? What if it was Bat in Max's coat walking past Puppet and Ben? Could have been. Yeah, what's his... Oh, wrong one. Yeah, Bat. Real name is Sean. That's right. Sean Dingling. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ow! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Where to get the coat and hat? I'm yawning. Someone throw eggs at Hells, please. Shout out Sean Dingling. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed? That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside? I was indeed. Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results. But maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now. My theory is the clown did it with the statue head thing, dressed up in the coat and hat, and he swung it from the 2nd floor. But it flew past his window though, Hells, and he's on the 3rd floor. Why are you throwing eggs at me? Thanks for the lurk, Snaz. You'd say there'd be a contradiction, but what would the contradiction be though? Because I deserve it. I don't deserve it. Didn't... Yeah, but if you saw a shadow... Yeah, but it was flying past his window, I think he said. So wouldn't that mean that it has to go, like, past him? Well, we can say that there's no contradiction for now, and we can question him again on this after, if we need to go somewhere, so... What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Guys, don't waste eggs, they're so expendy. Yeah, but Hells deserves it, so it's fine. I don't believe so. We have a picture of the crime, which is the dude bent over. Like that. We have a picture of the circus map. Grand Prix photo. So this is Max at the awards ceremony, which is kind of unrelated. It's got the bust. It just shows the bust that he won there. And then the bronze statue taken from the cafeteria before the crime. And that's just like another... That's just the statue, the bust. And that's the only photos that we have. We have a note that was placed by Acro in Regina's pocket on the morning of the crime, saying, "To the murderer." So Acro put this in Regina's pocket. You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago. Oh, this is in... I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 PM tonight at the lodging house plaza. Yeah, so... Acro put that in Regina's pocket because of what she did to his brother, yeah? He said he was in, meet me at 10 PM, he said he was in bed. So, oh, that would be the contradiction then? Okay, so let's do this again. Your room's on the 3rd floor, right? Yep. And you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. Well, what was the first thing he said? Yeah, how could it be in his room if he was meeting someone? Yeah. But what was the first thing he said? Could we press it there? Oh man, we should... Let's just try it here. There is a contradiction. Let's give it a go. Huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. Oh, she's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? Yes, then we present this. Yep. Let's give it a go. Nope. The music didn't stop. Ow! You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What don't I get? You're not going to be able to get through this one with your usual bluff routine. Your client looks to be ready to take off once again, straight towards a guilty verdict. You are bluffing? I will not forgive any more mockeries made of this court. Whoops. Witness, would you mind repeating your test? Okay, so we didn't lose any thingo. Should we present the note on this one? Yeah, that's what I was thinking just before. Do we do it here maybe? I mean, we can give it a go. What's the word? It's not gonna say it's not saying we're gonna lose anything again. That one. Oh, whoops. Wait, stop. Ah, that one. Okay, what do you, the music's still going. Oh, fuck, we've got two things here now. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly, yeah, no, this is bad. We're gonna lose two bars here. Fuck's sake, Phoenix, you dumb bitch. Okay, we live and we learn. Just gotta, get the dust off, you know? I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Okay. That was right though, you little fuck judge. You tell him, man. Okay, that's fine. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. Hey, Smurf, how are you? Hello? Hello, hello? Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the, possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testified to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. Wonder if Akro's statement jives with the facts? What? Why would you say jives with the facts? That's such a bad sentence. You throw something at your TV? Welcome, Ellen. Your TV won't be surviving. Get it? Because you're going to throw something at it and you're watching Survivor. Ba-dum-ts. Could we bring out the bust here? You want Phoenix to take his shirt off? Is that what you're saying? Phoenix, take it off, you hot slut. Wait, can we leave the jokes to Mo? Okay. Gotta go get ready for work. Oh, good, Udelka. Thank you for the lurk. People can thirst for whoever they want, Sean. So we have the picture of the bronze statue. Protect the integrity of the gay. Your son's going back to school. Is he excited for it? I hope so. Well, I might do a little gathering later, but taking a slow day for once. I like the sound of that, Smurf. You deserve a slow day. I thirst for Dickie, but he ain't here. Dick Gumshoe, Sean. Don't kink shame. Some people like getting off to animation. Hey, underscore, how's it going? Wait, are you streaming still? I've got you open for a lurk. You are? What's going on, stream? How's it? Wait, sure. Wait, how's your 17 hours? Fuck me. How's your subathon thing going? Is it going well? It's obviously going well if it's been like 3 days now. I'm excited. That's what matters. I love that, Yudelka. I can imagine that you would be excited, yeah. Day 3, 2 hours left. That's insane. That's actually crazy. I'm glad to hear it's going well. Wait, so... Drives with the facts? Fuck, I hate that sentence. That's so shit. That's... Like, we could show the bronze statue, but that's not, like, concrete evidence that that's what he saw. So I don't think, yeah, the judge would jive with that. I'm sleepy. 17 hours. 17 hours is, like, actually insane underscore. I don't know how you do that. For real. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. I keep getting all these statements. So, yeah. I've missed way too much to be helpful. That's all good, Tremonti. You can just sit there and... I don't know. Just mindlessly enjoy, I suppose. You can still help us if you want. And sit there and be sure, yeah. A lot of energy drinks wanting to get time over with so I can relax. Yeah, speculation is fun too. As in, like, for sub count underscore, do you mean, where you're sitting placement? I should tread lightly. Okay. Been thinking of going back to school to get a supporting degree in nursing. Okay, Smurf, that's interesting. Have you, like, wait, do you do any, like, nursing stuff at the moment? I don't remember what you do, or if you've ever mentioned it before, but... Would that be something different, or adding to your skills already? Yeah. Yes, okay. On Twitch in total? Let's see where... Okay. I'd be near the bottom, I reckon, underscore. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. You're in a... Okay, yeah. Wait, so what's... So what's a supporting decree? The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window. So this is what it looks like here, yeah. And where's his wheelchair, by the way, chat? I don't see a chair in this room at all. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. Yeah, see, he's like in line. It looks like he's in line with the window there. And if the shadow's coming down onto the floor like that, he would have to be above, like, the window pane there, and the light above him. So the light would have to be, like, up here somewhere, shining down. It's about dealing with memory loss populace. Oh, that'd be really, really tricky. Wait, total... Wait. 147,000th? Almost top 2%. That's crazy. He can't guarantee it's anyone, but he just saw a shadow. Yeah, but we can't prove, like, for certain that it, like, was or wasn't a person, though, I guess. A tire swing? What does that mean? I think it's definitely a tire sex swing, for sure. Kinky. That's mine? Yeah, wait, what's your top thing? Wait, what is that for? Like, followers or subs? Subs, I take it? Wait. The safety... Be like Miley coming in on a wreck. I came in like a tire swing. Honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. Hat was found at the scene? And you can't... Yeah, true. Oh, true. Viewer average watch time follows and shit. So you're 78,000 and I'm 147. So you're like top 1% then. Maybe it's that. We could try the hat. Honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Do you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw... Oh, he's... Yeah, okay, he clearly saw the hat. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. There is a contradiction, yes, because the hat was found at the crime scene. Oh, fuck, you did not, you liar. You're so close to actual, like, top 1% underscore. Keep grinding. Very Dracula-esque cape on the shadow, yeah. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's any contradiction, then prove it with evidence. Okay, you silly bitch, I'll do it right now, and I'm not even scared. Do you have any evidence that supports your claim of a contradiction? It's actually right here. It's called Silk Hat. Ready? Music stop, music stop, music stop, music stop. It stopped. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat? What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out your window that night. If you had his wheelchair there, you know what I'm saying? That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at this, this is Max's silk hat. Highest rank ever so far. Before was like 87,000 peak before this. Yeah, right, okay. You're grinding hard. You love to see it. Yeah, keep it up. I've literally never looked at that once. So, alright, Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No. This is a handmade one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Ready, chatter? Chatter? Order! Order! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. You okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? What? He has a grudge against Max. Acro was dreaming, unlikely, because he said he couldn't sleep because of the lights. Acro is the real culprit. What did he say? Did he have a grudge against Max for something? Am I imagining that? Real culprit, says Smurf. Yeah, do we have any, like, proof? It's a map. Orange juice bottle. Still has no relevance. Also, if he killed the ringmaster, he's the only guy who can fly in from outside to do it. It's true. Max's awards ceremony doesn't help us. I don't think... What? But what motivation would Acro have for murdering the ringmaster though? Because his daughter's lion mauled his brother? Wouldn't he get Regina instead then? Was he saying... Was there a reason he didn't like Max, was he saying last stream? I don't remember. Like, why would he want to frame Max? Hells doesn't believe he's the culprit. He was angry at Regina for toying with his brother. But that would have nothing to do with, like... His brother's also, like, 19, isn't he, I think? 22, and Regina, again, everyone, is 16, so that's fucking disgusting. I think because Max became a bigger star than him. It was all a dream. But he just said that he couldn't sleep because of the lights, though. Didn't he? Could be the culprit, but I don't think we have the evidence to support that right now. We have to choose one of these options, though. Don't we? I think we have to choose one of these. Yeah, because Max became a bigger star than him. Fuck, my memory's bad. He also said he thought he was dreaming at first. But Mo said he saw the same thing though, didn't he? Mo said, because they just said before that he said the same thing as Mo, the clown. I think he's lying and not dreaming. I don't think he was dreaming because Mo said he saw the same thing. Unless they're in cahoots. So, hypothetically, if we choose the top one, he has a grudge against Max, and it's right, and they ask us to prove evidence, the only evidence we would have would be, like, Regina, potentially to... I think it's a grudge. Yeah. Because he's getting paid more? Did he know about the salary negotiations, though? Weren't they organizing that, like, right before he got murdered, though? They were organizing... Oh, no, that was from a week ago. Yeah, let's try grudge. Let's try grudge and see what happens. We'll give that a go. And if it's wrong, then it's wrong. Perhaps it is because Acro has a grudge against the defendant. which is why he's trying to frame Max. Ah, why me? What did I do? Never get your fat head in the way of a whip bent on finding justice. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I have no interest in your silly little theories. He has a grudge against the defendant, huh? You wouldn't happen to have proof of that? Well, that's the thing. Mr. Wright, thanks to you I got my head lashed by Miss Von Karma's whip. I don't like getting hit for nothing, so how about you answer with an explanation? You okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? So that's not the right answer then, I guess. I like how they're giving us some freebies here. Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't explode us any points, so... Acro is the real culprit? Yeah, lucky we didn't lose lives. Yeah, I think I liked top, bottom, and then middle. So we tried the bottom one next, I guess. Okay, the music stopped. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Russell Berry. Chatter. How do we prove that? Beats me. Your Honor? Just a hunch. He's guilty! Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's heart and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. For it to almost be scary. Yeah, it's pecking at my head. Fuck off, bird. He's staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingaling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things? See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Do we think his brother? Could it have been someone else? Push that answer either way. I think so, yeah. Dun 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 dun. Accomplice. The animals. How I don't know how animals would be. The monkey? What would the monkey? Of course he did. It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider accomplices. Does anyone here have proof that his brother is actually in a coma? You don't say. Not good, not good. This isn't going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. What? You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes. Mr. Wright, it seems as if you won't be stopping at Acro, but will be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. I understand, Your Honor. Gulp. Very well, let's continue. Who, perchance, would happen to be Acro's accomplice? The clown. Next two eps will be wild. Shit, Ellen. We love a good season of Survivor. There's no real proof with the brother. Literally, the only info we have on the brother is that he's still in a coma. I mean... Clown's possible. It's definitely not Regina because it's her dad that's dead. And the clown liked Russell, didn't he? So I don't see why he would help. Do we say the brother? Bit on the head 6 months ago by Leon, still in a coma. Can I go to the monkey? The monkey takes care of Acro, habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. The clown said the same thing, and he wants to take over the circus. Can we go to the unfortunately not, Em, though that would be nice and helpful. Did Mo say that he wants to take over the circus? I don't remember. Fuck, my memory's bad. I mean, it's got to either be Mo or Bat, surely. The Ringmaster's old friend, a pleasant stooge of a clown. Mo or Bro, yeah. Okay, well, do we try Mo first? I think Mo's... Or Toe. Oh, shit. It was Toe the whole time? Toe is a bit of a clown, to be fair. He's got red hair, though, so... Almost. Acro's room been investigated? Yeah. There was just a whole bunch of shiny things in there that the monkey had stolen. And nothing else. I think Mo would be the most likely option. Bat is like entirely possible, I think, but we have no proof to say that he's not in a coma though. Smurf's thinking about the monkey. And here I'm going for the monkey. Did Mo have a hole up to Acro's room or something? Yeah, there is the hole in the roof. Any shiny things come from the crime scene? No, the only things found at the crime scene were the body, the chest the body was on, and the hat. It was silk hat. Which you'd think if the monkey found the hat, it would have taken it, yeah? So does that rule out the monkey because the hat's like shiny and whatever? Where's this photo? Sparkly hat. So the monkey would have taken it, surely. Do we try Mo? Do we try the clown maybe? I think it's either got to be the clown or the brother. And I like the clown more, I think. So, yeah, let's do it. I say we try the clown. Okay. And the music didn't stop, so I think we might be wrong. You don't say. Uh-oh. This is suddenly looking very, very bad. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. Okay, so this is just the same text over and over again. Did you hear that? Hear what? The sound of you getting caught in your own trap. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, foundation. Yes, Mr. Wright. Do you have any proof that this person you have accused was indeed an accomplice? Oh, okay. Making a Milo. All good. How do we prove that Mo the clown was an accomplice? Can we do that? One life to two life, yeah. The pepper? Why the pepper? Sister's staying tomorrow night, so I'm making her watch Survivor. My house, my rules. That makes sense, Ellen. That is very fair. Can we go back and say he did it on his own? I feel like it's a better guess. I don't know if we can. If we fuck it up enough times, maybe we can, but wasn't there pepper in the box and the clown... Wait, the clown gave us pepper for sneezing? When did that happen? This is the pepper that was found inside the wooden box. Oh, when he was doing a magic trick for us? Is that... But why would there be pepper in a box? In a wooden box? And why is this the only thing that was in there? And why would the ringmaster be carrying that? Am I overthinking it? I mean, this does make sense though. Let's just try this. Because the clown did. Oh boy. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. This piece of evidence is lacking in persuasive power. You didn't miss that sound, did you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You know, the sound of you receiving a penalty. What are you doing, Nick? What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Fuck. Do we say that he didn't? If he didn't have an accomplice, though... Still think he did, but we don't have proof. But we have all the proof that we could possibly have at this stage. So there's no way we could have, like, any more evidence. If Clown was in his room and saw what he saw... Acro. Okay, so we say he didn't, I guess. Or may as well try it. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the... I said he didn't, didn't I? Did I say he didn't? You still think bro isn't in a coma? Yeah. We haven't seen him ourselves. Oh. Okay, never mind. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself, so I guess this is the right option then? Okay. Order! Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do it? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. I was correct, yeah. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix. Right. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? Huh? Apologies. Where the murder took place, which was... where'd the murder take place? Here or here? Here? If Mo saw it as well, it had to be here. Because he doesn't really leave. The daughter gives him everything to his door. Because he can't walk. I said last stream that I think it was the bronze statue and someone had it on like a fishing rod and they just threw it and then reeled it back up to wherever they were. That was my thoughts last time. So it looked like it was Max, but it was really just the bust on a fishing rod. Yeah, then ruled it back up. Yeah, okay. So let's try his room. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room. Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? Oh, shit. It's an interesting theory. That's it. Considering that what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it. Did you hurt her shoulders? Yeah, oh. He's so calm, he's too calm. The recreation of that pose was pretty spot on. Yes, Your Honor. As the witnesses stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You got a point. Seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said he saw Max, didn't he? But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? Why would he ask that? He's just setting me up. If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. Oh, how did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. The flying animation, he just like floats away, yeah. Well, I mean, he was killed by a blunt force to the head, wasn't he, yeah? Wait, Yeah, blunt force trauma to the back of the head. And then... This statue was taken from the cafeteria before the crime, and it looks an awful lot like Maxi Boy. Tire swing in his room is looking more and more suspicious. It's true. So do we go with the bust then, I suppose? I think we do. We present the picture of the bust because we don't have like the actual like the bust itself. And I still don't know what this broken bottle's doing with anything, but that's fine. Yeah, the picture. Yep. Ready? Oh, hang on. Fuck. Wait. Fuck. Present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of the murder against Russell Berry? It's simple, Your Honor. He hit him with a frickin' statue. Take that! The music stopped. What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Oh, the birds have flown away. His aura's changed. See? This is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. Yeah, maybe he sat it in the tire swing and did some swinging, and then he yeeted it, and then the bus went out the window and happened to land on bonk him. We used the broken bottle to break the locks. Oh. Fuck, my memory's bad. Yeet! With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Love an ample bust. Oh, there's the 3 bonks. Order! Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't... Oi! Fucking whip me in the face, you silly bitch. Leave me alone. I watch what I'd say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? On karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will sink to any loader in a case. Creator of BoJack Horseman made a new TV show. It just came out. It's already been renewed for season 2. I think, was it Lady Friend was telling me about that, potentially. I haven't seen all of BoJack Horseman. I think I watched like the first season or the first 2 seasons maybe, but his muscles are huge. Look at those arms. He can throw anything. Em's just like, damn, he can throw me, you know what I'm... Okay, and then, yep, Hell's already said that, so I'll show myself out. Yeah, I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Helen loves a muscly murderer. I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. Yeah, that show's like hella depressing, Yudelko, apparently. It was like a comedy in season 1, wasn't it? And then it got more depressed as it went on. I'm into any kind of kink. I love that. Kink friendly. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. Season 1 already had depression. I think I watched it when it came out and then not since then, so. Maybe it's not acro. Maybe acro and bat swapped. They look the same. That is true. Very well showed dry, witty, dark humor, attacks real life problems, mental health. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. People really, really like it, so I can show bat in 1 second. Oops. Bat, acro, bat, acro, bat, acro, bat, acro, bat. Acrobat. Acrobat. They might look the same, like, from a distance, potentially. But yeah, I'm the same as Yudelka. I think I don't know if that's why I stopped watching it, but I think I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not that into this show anymore. Acrobat Dingaling. One looks hella older for only being 4-year age gap, yeah. He just looks like a rugged, strong 26, you know? I suppose I could have lifted something the size of the bust. Do we need to question these? We should just question everything, shouldn't we? Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own 2 hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey's lifted Max's bust before? Do you care to elaborate on that, sir? Nope, okay. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingaling. Hold it! I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, only my legs were injured. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wouldn't lose either, slowpoke. I mean Nick. Whoa, whoa, whoa! How'd the discussion turn to me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. What's... Oh, Usuf with the lurk subscribe. Thanks, Toe. I appreciate you, Toe. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks, boy. TY, boy. He did have workout stuff in his room, yeah. I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the... Hey, boo-boo. I'm stronger than the average bear. Sorry, Yogi Bear. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown the bust out the window? Okay. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extreme intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not have been able to see out below the window. Okay, it makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there is no way that I would have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you got a point. Hey, Nick. Huh? What if you turned things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. Oh shit, here we go. Falling asleep, I'll be listening. Sleep well, Co. Thank you for the lurk, I appreciate that. Sleep well. If you knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That doesn't make sense. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. The box, Did the ringmaster bring the box with him, or was the box waiting for him? I suppose it would make sense for the box to be waiting. He wasn't carrying it? Yeah, okay. It was there. Okay, yeah. Well, that could do it then. We'll quiz him on this. If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if you use some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster. That's the ticket, Nick. Show them what you got. I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case. I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. Maybe we overlooked something. Present the box? Yeah. So that makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head, and then we present the box here. Would make sense, yes? One box coming right up. Ready? 3, 2, silence. Ooh, no music. That's a good sign. Acro. You didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. That was when we needed an AC fart. Put it down with a rope or something? Interesting, okay. The moment that the bust came falling down, was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No! Order! 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 This is unbelievable! Finally, some of the loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward. You should have said right. Because it's his name. And it's a direction. We have fun here. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingaling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ah! Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ow! Ow! What the fuck, bitch? Leave my head alone! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The contents of the box. Oh my god, thank you for explaining that. Silence, no laughter, blank stares. You're so welcome. Can we start a GoFundMe to send Brian to some comedy shows? No. You joined at my pun and laughed hysterically, Alandra, I hope. Unlike all these other haters in chat. Everyone thinks I'm a fucking loser. And normally I would say they're right, but when it comes to me and my comedy, size was small, weight was heavy. Yeah, it was a 20 kilo box. Sorry, 20 pounds. 20-pound box. Small bottle inside. Boo, hiss, haters. Is 20 pounds? How much is 20 pounds? Is that a lot? Dun 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 dun. Contents I don't think matter. Yeah. 10 kilos, 9 kilos. That's really not heavy. 10 bags of sugar. Is anyone being a hater without... What the fuck, Yudelka? Why would you come back when you hear hater? It's heavy enough, though. I guess. This... Well, it's a big old box, isn't it? That's what she said. The lock is small. The box is big, but it's kind of heavy. If you put the lock at a certain... So would you... That had a fucking stroke. Would it be the contents of the box? Does that include the box itself? So if you put the lock at... The description says the weight. That is true, yeah. Big enough for an old guy to be bent over. Hey, yo! Stop. I had a stroke. I can't talk, okay? I'm dumb. The box wasn't that heavy, though. Like 9 kilos? I wouldn't say the weight if it didn't mean anything. That's true. I'm just thinking... The most peculiar feature... And then they specifically also mention the lock. Stroke McGee. That's me. So I think either the weight or the feature. It is heavy for older people. But if they were trying to get him to stand in a certain spot, wouldn't where the lock is, the direction the lock is facing, be important? I feel like I understand both, like, I can find logic for every answer here. I'm overthinking it too much. If it's heavy, he won't be flinging the box around, so he's in the same spot. Yeah, but if it was heavy, he could pick it up from, try and pick it up from any angle though, you know? Where is the picture of the... And he's gone to pick it up from one of the, like he's standing at the front. It's got handles on the side. So the lock's got to be here or on the back. Dun, 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 dun. And it does have handles, yeah. Does have handles. So I think he was hunched over it like here, like his, this side, like his body's here and he's facing this way. So his head's here and his legs are down here. So do we try weight then? Lift the box from the opening side, yeah. The lock, so they're trying to say why would he could, Von Karma said he could have picked the box up from anywhere, so why would he like be, what, how would they know where he was going to be if he could pick the box up from anywhere? But if the lock was in a certain spot, you would pick it up from that side, wouldn't you, with the lock? So if the lock's facing this way, then he would be standing here, like facing the lock, so that's how we know where he would be. We'll try weight. Okay, we'll try the weight. Underscore, how you doing? Okay, we'll try this. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight. According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have had to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? It's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also 55 hours left. Minutes left? The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. 55 minutes. I'm sleepy. I was going to say 55 hours. Did you get 1 billion subs just then? 55 minutes is nothing. That's about the same time that I'll be streaming for. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Full. Okay, good call, gang. Good call with the weight there. I feel like we've got the right answer. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? You hit 19 hours? That's fucked. I don't know how you do that, underscore, honestly. I've heard what you've had to say. He's too calm? Yeah. He's just a chill guy, you know? He's just a chill guy. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? Yeah, it was in the cafeteria. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Huh. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Ah, that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? You already said the monkey could lift it? The fact the monkey could lift that is crazy. You enjoy what you do? That's good underscore. That does make it a lot easier. It also helps that you're able to stay up for long periods of time, and I'm absolutely not able to do that. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness could have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? Mumkey? I think it was Mumkey. You've been up for so long? Bloody hell you have. I don't know how you do it. It's a bit whack, lol. I'm not surprised with this game. Maybe the monkey is jacked as fuck. Maybe. He rips off his tiny shirt. He's got like an 8-pack and like massive biceps. Only had one egg thrown at me. It's true. I think I've secretly like stifled a couple of yawns, but... Mumkey? Yeah, Mumkey? Mumkey? The music stopped. A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. Oh, shit. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Gah. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Cards sparkle. Order! Order! I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. It's a rather strange turn of events. Let's say the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. He also had like weights there as well. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Don't seem so flamboozled, okay. Especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. This chick needs to put the whip away or she's going to be on the stand next. The judge loves her, Natty, unfortunately, so I think the judge and her would be using the whip in private as well as in public. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? But how would that explain the cape, though? Like, they saw the cape as well, but this doesn't have a cape on it. It's just like the bust. The bust. Yeah, but how... Yeah, but someone would have had to have put the cape on the bust. The outfit was in the office before Russell went out. The cards could have caught on the cape and ripped it off Russell. I mean, that's a better argument than what I have at the moment, Em. I'm also thinking the bust. Because again, there's no footprints, so it can't have been a person. The clown said he saw a thump. Heard a thump. But how was the hat still left at the scene of the crime and not the cape? Well, the clown heard a thump and didn't actually see it, but the clown's... I think the photo that they showed us was like what the clown saw. Hat fell off. I think... Was it Russell was wearing the outfit? Russell wearing Max's outfit? Because they showed the photo of Ben. What Ben saw... someone walked past him and he said hi to him and they didn't respond. And they were wearing Max's getup. So Max was wearing that. And the hat must have fallen off at the crime scene, and then maybe, yeah, the cape got snatched by the cards or something. Yeah, Russell was wearing Max's stuff, yeah. Okay, I say we just show, we do the bust again. I say let's chat, let's bust, and then we'll go from there. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, the bonk sound was glitched, so I removed it, Em. Yeah, sorry. It wasn't working for some reason. Okay. We bust this shit, busting all over the place. Let's friggin' bust a fat load on this courtroom. He saw Max's... I asked who was the other person Max saw on the scene. The evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frère. How do you... Chad, how do you pronounce this? Frere. 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 Frere Jacques. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Rip glitchy bonk. Yeah, big rip. Rolling its R. Frere. Frere. Something like that. We'll say it. Will everyone just agree unanimously I pronounced it perfectly? Thank you. We'll move on. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. Sure. Thanks, Avon. I appreciate it. Thank you, Hells. Much appreciated. Thank you. How is it that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain? So maybe it wasn't actually snowing and it was just Max's bust the entire time. You know what I'm saying, guys? Anyway, what are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It'd be so easy to hang one off the cards. I want to see Max's bust. Idiot. Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now. Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Oh, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Bust. It was... It had to have been either Acro or... Did Russell die instantly? Was it instant death? Blunt to the head... doesn't say instant. I don't know why he would put the cape on the bus though either. That doesn't really make sense, but... Bust down. Acro must have then. Well, that's what I'm thinking, but then... Yeah, how could Acro have got the cape? Was the cape shiny? Maybe the monkey put it on there and he just didn't take it off. The cape's not really shiny, so I don't think the monkey would have done that, surely. I don't think Russell could have done it. The only answer is Acro? Surely. Just got stuck on Busty. It could have been any cape, yeah. Could have been a fucking towel, for all we know. Do we say Acro? Then do we have to... Is there logic as to why? Did he want to frame... Well, he wouldn't have known that anyone would see it because it's 10 o'clock and everyone was in bed. Maybe he was trying to... He was trying to hold on to the cape to pull it back up from the 3rd floor somehow, but he accidentally let go of it. I say we try Acro. It can't have... Yeah, it can't have been Russell. I think we just try Acro. I'm going to try Acro. We'll see what happens. The music stopped, but I don't like it. I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Well, furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. Fuck. Yep, well, it wasn't Acro. And she's so nice about telling me I'm wrong, it hurts even more. The famous Von Karma carrot and whip approach. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? What the fuck? Okay, well... Was it old mate Russell then? Yeah. Because Russell had it on. Carrot and dip is better than carrot and whip. I agree. Wholeheartedly, Hells. Well, Russell was wearing the cape, so does it have to be Russell? Somehow? I don't know how, but... Is that what we're doing here? Might have been Russ as a lol. It's a stupid question and answer because it's not really an answer. Yeah. He didn't technically put it on. I mean, maybe he'll explain it as to why he did put it on, but... Okay, let's try Russell then. Fool! Him! Oh, she's sweating. The music didn't stop, but she's sweating. You were saying that it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally... Oh, pardon me, putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. He's about to wax poetic. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, bonk! Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet. Bonk sound would have been so perfect right there, yeah. Bonk. Ugh. What? The impact of the bust on the victim. Fuck, sorry. Get hells. The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact alone caused the sound of a certain caused the certain sound a witness heard. Sound a certain I'm fucking dyslexic, prompting him to take a look. Egg! Egg! Cue pufferfish noise. Blech. Free hit. The witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it, primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. Magic. And that is how the magical murder of... I can't fucking read! And that is how the magical murderer disappeared into the sky came to be. Disappearing. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro! It could only have been you. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's happening. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. Nice, Phoenix. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. I'm going to dispute one of those and say it's just the whip. Why is he not losing it? He's, again, just a chill guy. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But still, there is something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. It's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claim. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to the magical case. Bum bum ba-dum, ba-dum, bum ba-da-da-dum. It's kind of hot, to be honest. I can see that. Bum 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 ba-da-da-dum. It's this, isn't it? It has to be this, surely. Yeah, the note, yeah. I'd say the note. Yep. Ready, chat? On 3. Take that. 1, 2, 3. Take that! Ooh, she's quiet. He's quiet. He's chill. More dots. Are you fucking kidding me? How is that wrong? That proves that he knows what time it was going to be there. I hope everyone else did say take that and I'm not a loser yelling at my screen. I said it, hells. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. What the fuck? Do we have to do all that again now? fuck me and my shrimp dick. I've died and am floating away like the Cape and Bust. Go shove a cactus. Oh, what the fuck? So, that took 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah, I feel like we were really close. Do we try and just speed run it through it again now? Or do we... We can speed run through this. I feel like we were really close as well, yeah. Alright, let's try and speed run it. Let's get through this bitch. It takes us right back to the start. We've been at this for 2 hours. Alright everyone, you got your memory caps on? We'll forget everything tomorrow, yeah. Who did you say that to? Okay, we don't need to read any of this because this is unimportant. Yeah, skip. Oh my god, there's a lot of friggin' blabber in here, eh? Yeah, the judge for finding us guilty and not accepting our correct evidence as correct evidence. I read all that the first time, yeah. Interesting, wholesome. Udelka defines an interesting, wholesome moment as Hell's saying to the judge, go shove a cactus up your butthole. That's funny. So we don't have to question him on everything, right? We just have to question him on the things that we had to present evidence with. I was in my room that night. The wholesome thing the judge would do. My room on the 3rd floor of the crime scene. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Question to get... Yeah, true. Okay, so maybe we just fly through all the questioning. 10 PM, resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Yep. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica, but only saw him from behind. That's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. He did say he thought he was dreaming. Yeah, you're right. So the witness testimony matched up exactly with what the clown said. First and wrong, so I have to remember which statement it was to present. Yeah. Very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. I'd like to cross-examine this guy. Foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Don't you fucking say his name in this court, you bitch! Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of the Miss Moncama, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. How dare you speak his name? You fool. You trollop. You silly lady. Okay, cross-examination. Let's go. Right. It's just after 10 p.m. I was resting in my bed. Okay. Said that you were resting in bed? One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Did I? Never thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Sometimes I make myself useful in these chambers. He actually kind of deserved that whip, I'll be honest with you. Around that time I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Your room's on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed? That's correct. But you were still able to hear a thud, hear a sound from outside. I swear Brian narrations sound like the interdimensional TV in Rick and Morty. I'm ants in my eyes. I'm Ants in My Eyes Johnson at Carpets Emporium and Warehouse. Come get a big deal on carpets today. I've got ants in my eyes. I can't see a thing. I'm blind. I can't see which carpet is this witch's carpet. I was indeed. Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results. Maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now. There was nothing... It was that one there was nothing wrong with, is that right? Oh, I love the interdimensional TV. Those ads are so funny. I think it was not this first one, it was the second one. Yeah. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Rick and Morty, isn't that from Adventure Time? Or am I misremembering that? What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor, until I can find a clear contradiction. I should tread lightly. And a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. One of the last statements? Yeah. Not first or second, yeah. Sure it was a human being? Could have been a mannequin, perhaps a large action figure? Ah, well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin and an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix, right? Testify the truth and only the truth. Just as if I were with you if we were with you that night. I believe it was a human. Huh. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Acro's statement jives with the facts. And then there was nothing... Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this one, I don't think. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, blah, blah, blah. Should tread lightly, yep. Not this one, yeah. It was Max Galactica. I saw him from behind, but it's who it looked like. I used to love watching Adventure Time, Helen. Lumpy Space Princess is the best character. When I work these lumps, no man is immune to their influence. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to see clearly see a human fly by your window? I think it's the next one. Okay. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window as a person's back, so I couldn't see the white rose on the front. Do you see anything? See any of the other symbols? I saw the silk hat as well as a cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get, but maybe there was something fishy with the latest bit of... Yeah, and then, it was this one we presented the hat, didn't we? Because the hat was on the crime? It was this one? Yeah. Did you get a picture with him, Ellen, and put it in the Discord one day? That sounds familiar. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony he's just given. We used to play Bacon Pancake Clip when we had bacon on special at the butchery. I love that. Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right, let's see the evidence. Do you have any evidence? It's right here, bitch. Think you did? That sounds familiar, Ellen, yeah. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down at out your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside the window was a tough enough challenge for me. It's a shame because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Wrong. Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? It's a handmade one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means Acro. That you've been fibbing on the stand. Order! Order! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. You okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? He's the real culprit. I remember that. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. His son hates Rick and Morty. The short scene he's seen on YouTube. He doesn't like that in Adventure Time. There's a guy that sounds exactly like... I mean, Rick and Morty's probably like a bit... Would that be like above his age range? No, maybe not. I don't know. What's the age range for Rick and Morty? Like how... I don't know. It's a cartoon. I don't know. But it's not like a kid's cartoon really though, is it? Yeah. A person has a voice. Yeah. No, that's fair though. I haven't seen Adventure Time in a long time. On this occasion, accuses Acro. What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously we've accused him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. Ha ha ha. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's... Oh, pardon me, hearts and minds. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? Anime is cartoon too, but some kids shouldn't be isn't allowed to watch it. Too much swearing and sexual content. Yeah, that's probably a good call, I would say there, yep. Yeah, some anime's fucking horny as hell, eh? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's just a chill guy. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. Dude literally kisses birds. He's staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingaling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up on myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright's just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things... See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ridiculous. Look at you, big mouth. My Mr. Dingaling is yours, is he, Hells? She's right, way to pick a disabled, heartless man, you poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from a peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? He did not. He didn't. I'll take both. Eiffel Tower that shit. Oh no. I love that. That sounds like a good Friday night, you know what I'm saying? Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Are you deaf, bitch? I said he didn't have an accomplice. Helen, you're wild. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. I think it was a Saturday night, but still a good time. The weekend's a weekend, you know what I'm saying? The days all just blend in together. You can do it, Nick. Oh, can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix, Wright? If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where was Mr. Dingaling? It was in his friggin' room, because he's a friggin' can't walk man. It was obviously here the entire time. It's Acro's room. Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingaling? Paraplegic is the word. What did I say? No walkman or something? Because he's a friggin' dingaling. It's an interesting theory. That's it. Considering that what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way you could go to the scene or be the killer. You got a point. Seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? Ooh, he's floating. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask you a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. Oh, how'd he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. A ghost! The spooky ghost! I'm sure Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingaling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. I can present some evidence, Your Honor. I've got the key to this case in my pocket. So what did Mr. Dingaling use to commit the crime of the murder against Russell Berry? It was it was his bust. He busted out the window and it landed on the back of his head and killed him. It got frozen in the snow and it killed him. Seeing Grandpa bent over like that has me spiraling. What night did the murder happen on? Maybe he was in for a good night as well. You never know. Weekends are crazy. What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust. That's what she said. And because it's life size, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See, this is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster, with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Order! Order! So you're saying the bust fell under the ringmaster? Rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. It was Chris... It's the 30th now. It was the 28th it happened on. The 28th. I don't know what day that was, though, in this game. Sleep-deprived Helen is no good. Yeah, it's a bit past your bedtime at the moment, isn't it? How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, 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 Acro, you can't run away from things. That's funny because he's in a wheelchair. I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. Isn't that period like always like the weekend? I guess. The time between like Christmas and New Year's is just basically a nothing week, hey? So we'll say that the Ringmaster was in for a good time, and because of the time of the year, it was a weekend, regardless of actually being a weekend or not. So no need to such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. Oh, that woman will sink to any low to win a case. Amen. Okay. Suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Oh, I'll respect you, Mr. Dingling. I have no doubts in regards to the witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look, not to mention that he could not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. More time was added? How much more time, underscore? You're surely so close to bed. Can't let it get me. I gotta focus. Alright. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. Okay, we'll just speed through the quizzes here. You ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted up with my own two hands, but I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey's lifted the bust before? 3.5 hours more? Oh my lord, what happened for you to get that much time added? That's heartbreaking. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, only my legs were injured. Tipped $100? Oh wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've been giving up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. And then everyone just piles on Phoenix saying they could also beat Phoenix in a race. Yep. I'm stronger than the average bear. Yogi Bear reference. Yep, I like that. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. I think you slept... when you sleep, you pause the timer, don't you, underscore? Is that right? You keep stream going? You kept the stream going before? Why is that? Because if I were going to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown the bust out of the window. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. Pause when you sleep, yeah. How long do you think your recovery will take? I have to remember that my nerves are severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extreme intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see below the window. Makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see below the window. Thus, there's no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick? Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow. Vivian on the big screen. Hello, house. Hello, Ellen's house. That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Okay, so then let's skip. Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust. Main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. It's a ticket, Nick. Show him what you've got. I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits the case perfectly. I don't remember us finding any sort of tool, but maybe we overlooked something. It was this one. Wasn't it impossible to know the location of the ringmaster's head? I'm in my room with the door closed. Oh. Hello, room with the door closed. Present the box here. Objection! Sorry. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Pardon me, quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling about how about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes, yes, yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. And then it was the weight of the box. The key point here is this wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. Stop, not this pic. Hell's down bad. Not this photo. Hell's gonna get up behind him and just fucking pump him in the ass. Have to admit, your theory makes a lot of sense. Oh, it's back again. Let's go! The moment the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Dun, dun, dun. Means the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No! He's primed and ready for you, Hells. Order! This is unbelievable! Finally, some of the loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I've got to keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Right. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Stop whipping me, you dumb bitch. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when they lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature, the weight of the box. I'm strapped and ready too. You've been red carded by Avon. Avon's like, nope, that's enough. Weight, according to the court record, it weighed 20 pounds. Just to lift this box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Grab Von Karma's whip and you're ready to go. I want to just wrap it around her throat and just yank her head into the stand thing she's on, her bench. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! I draw the kink line at necrophilia. That's fair enough. Hell's down real bad. 50 Shades of Grey, I think so. I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place the wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember, it was in the kitchen, the cafeteria. I honestly can't take this game seriously, that's fine. Was some way to get chased by a magpie today? Really? September 1st, spring has just started and people are getting chased by magpies already. Of course I remember it was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like to remember then one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Oh, that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Ah. In a tree of children's... Oh, very cool. Perfect place for a magpie to put its nest. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Alright, monkey time. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria? Monkey! I was checking some stuff and got free entertainment. That would be entertaining. It's fun. Well, I mean, fun's maybe not the right word. It's entertaining, yes, as you said, seeing people get chased by magpies, but when it's happening to you... Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring? So you're saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? They wanted your curly hair? That's funny. Yeah, birds... It's not as scary as... Oh my god, we went to Costco yesterday, Sean, lady friend and I, and we're putting stuff in the car, and Sean we all got a slice of pizza each from Costco. And Sean put his slice of pizza and drink on the car while we're putting the stuff in the boot. And then I saw a magpie come down, land next to it, and I was like, oi, fuck off. And I tried to like shoo it away. And then it like grabbed Sean's pizza and threw it onto the ground and then flew off. And he's just like, no. Oh, poor cunt. I was like, I saw it happen and I couldn't stop it. It was so sad. Alright. Do birds just like curly hair over there, Yudelka? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Magpies are pretty terrifying. They can be. Had a seagull dive bomb me all the way home from work one day. Did you have like chips in your hair or something, Hells? Maybe you should put the whip down sometime and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards. Yes, they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Ah! Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Happened to me in Circular Quay where a seagull stole my patty out of a cheeseburger? How did that happen? Did you like take the top bun off to pick the pickles out or something? And if so, M, why would you take the pickles out of a cheeseburger? Had a bin chicken steal my food at Taronga Zoo? Bin chickens can get in the bin. I've never experienced bin chickens too much. I love pickles so much. We made burgers here last week, and I was just eating extra pickles and slices of cheese. Seagulls always attack me and my dog. When they have youngings in spring, they dive straight at your face. Interesting. You should just feed them laxatives then, Avon. Pickles are the best. I agree. Thank you. What's a bin chicken? What are they actually called? What's the bird name for them? Not the Australian name. Pickles are fucked. I can eat gherkins, but pickles... How can you eat gherkins but not pickles? Aren't they like the same thing? Pickles are so good. Yeah, right? Thank you, Hells. Ibis, thank you. It was escaping me. They're called Ibis, yeah. He was so bold, he was flying in front of me and he went to grab the whole thing and only grabbed the patty. Oh, that's heartbreaking, Em. You were perplexed? I would be as well. That's crazy. Where is the bust in question at this moment? She doesn't know. She doesn't know where the bust is. Bin chickens hang around the food court area in the Taronga Zoo because they can get free food. It's true. I haven't been to Taronga Zoo for like 20 years. It's been so long. Friends and I were sitting outside the bin chicken land on the table and picked up my fish and flew off. Fuckhead. Oh no. Never heard of them. Google time. Yeah, they're just like birds with like long necks and a big long crooked like, not crooked, like a hooked, I guess, beak kind of. Oh my god. Never seen them. Are they just in Australia? Searching for it as we speak. Rather strange turn of events, but let's say the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened to it? What happened then? Worked in an amusement park where they had to shoot seagulls during the night time because they attack people to Really? Is that legal? That's insane, Avon. Wait, what did you think? What were you picturing in your head when we said bin chicken, Yadelka? You don't have them? Okay. Think they're native to Australia? Yeah, I think they're an Aussie thing. I think they might be, yeah. I'm sure they had permits for it. You would hope so, because that's a bit dodgy if they didn't. Something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and used one of them. Chickens that were abandoned by a garbage dump. Oh, no, they just steal shit out of bins all the time. So, and just because they're a bird, we call them a chicken. It's just like a thing. Bin chicken. There's the what's the nickname for the Turbo Chook. We have Turbo Chooks as well. Put out a job ad for... They even put a job out for someone to shoot them? Really? That's crazy. Never mind 40... Wait, never mind 40 minutes what? I think we've had more proven fact. Namely, that the entire possible that Acro was the murderer. Stright's argument was so circular, I'm a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water, there's no denying that. Don't seem so flamboozled, the fraud, blah blah blah, fraud. You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot about your fraud of a magician client spotted at the scene of the crime. There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? We choose the bust for this one. Yeah? Is that right? We choose the bust here? I think. Yeah, busty. Bust down for what? Dun, dun, dun. He saw Max's balls. I asked who the other person Mo saw on the scene was. The evidence has nothing to do with the question. Oh yeah, au contraire, mon frère. Frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Bin Chicken song. I haven't heard that for so long. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he did not actually see the man himself. If it wasn't a human being he saw. Yeah, we trust links here. That's a mobile YouTube link. How's that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to a bust. It would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hand. Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? The question is the utmost importance in the case, don't you agree? You caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Wait, what did we do for this one again? Picnic Wrecking Fuck. It's a great song. Russell. That's right. Yep. Thank you. You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm putting it all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance to the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant the bust hit the victim, boom! He's dressing up to disguise himself because he was going to meet the person that wrote the murder letter. Oh yeah, because he ripped it off the wall, off the board in the cafeteria, didn't he? Can't watch the news from my country. I just don't watch the news in general. People are just shit everywhere. You want it to be a private matter, yeah. You just wait a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The note wasn't the right evidence, though, yes. So we know to not choose that this time. The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged to the bust. The impact also caused a certain sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto his thing. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised and the cloak dangling on it, primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. They complain about car accidents happening too often and that maybe God is punishing them, but the drive drunk don't respect red lights or any signs. It's definitely God. Yep. The drunk driving, the ignoring lights and signs, nothing to do with it. It's definitely God. Yep. That's how the magical murder disappearance into the sky came to be. ... So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the only person able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. Hurry up, you little bird fucker. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale, but do you have any evidence to prove your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter, the power of evidence and the power of my whip. This is what we got up to last time. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, I said they want more evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method, but there's still something unusual about Mo's witness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. We need to get this right, we do. We need to lock in. Sure has been playing mind games, yep. It's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. We're back. So what the fuck did the clown say? The clown said... I'm pretty sure Mo just said he heard a bonk outside his window. He looked outside, but it was snowing, and he was 30 feet away. Ish, so that's like 9 meters. He couldn't see like a face or anything, but he kind of saw like the silhouette as well of Max. So he basically saw what that they showed us with the floating away bit. Mo basically saw that too, I think. Is that right? I think. He saw the hat, which made him think it was Max. Yeah, maybe. I wish we could go back and see people's testimonies as well. A real lawyer would be able to. Is the snow bit important? It's just relevant because it obscured his vision, Alandra. So because it was like snowing, he couldn't see properly. No footprints? I don't think Mo could see footprints. So what are we presenting here? I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Do 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 do. No, but the crime photo. So do we show Hell's favorite picture as... The last time we presented this, it was the note saying to meet at 10 PM at the Lodging House Plaza. This is what we presented last time. That suggests it was from above, yeah. Only Russell's... Yeah, only Russell's footprints, yeah. It was the I'm gonna guess it was the outfit. What he saw as the thing floated away, yeah. So do we do the photo from the crime scene? I don't think we've done anything with the pepper yet. But I think we're going to have to do another court session after this. Another evidence gathering session and another court session. If I'm not mistaken, there should be 3 of each, and we've done this is the second of each. So we might be able to use it in a further testimony, maybe. Can afford to get 1 or 2 wrong guesses here. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, we can. We've got a few extra lives now. Bum bum ba da ba ba bum ba da da dum. Been going for this isn't the longest one, Ellen. The last one we did before this took longer. It has gone on for a while though. Clowns said that he saw someone club the ringmaster over the head. But didn't we call him out for lying because he said he heard a thump then went to look at the window? It's been going on long enough for me to lose my mind. Sorry, Hells. Yeah, Ellen's just vibing. Do we just start with this then? I only saw the coat flying away. Do we just present this? Because then... That's a map of the circus, that's a photo, that's his papers. Monkey, lion. Autopsy report, box. Pepper. Max's awards ceremony's irrelevant. The bust, picture of the bust. And then we know the note's the wrong answer, so we're not choosing that. This is one we all chanted. Yes. Yeah, they were like, what's his like 3 cards? White Rose, Silk Hat. Yeah. Something to do with his outfit specifically. Yeah, let's just try this. We'll try this first. If it's wrong, we've got some more attempts. Music stopped. Seems like a lifetime ago, I know. I don't like this. Yep. They've been silent for 2 more seconds, I would have screamed. Nick, they say they want evidence. They want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method, but there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual. I don't remember what Mo said. It was literally like a fucking 2 weeks ago. Here's the outfit description. Give us Mo's statement. Let us hear his fucking statement again, you dogs. Mo didn't see the roses. That's true. They focus all on the detail. Yeah. Oh, you Googled his witness statement? Okay. What's the... Because that doesn't have roses on it on the bust. Dude, we could do the bust, because that's like evidence of the what he looks like, or that we've been using this to show what it looks like, the outfit, because it shows his outfit with his 3 like symbols there. Boop, boop, boop. And then we've got the hat. So we have like 3 things that we could use as like evidence to his outfit. Yeah, do we try the poster then? Imagine if we lose again. We still have 2 more attempts. We have 2 more attempts if we get this wrong. Let's try the poster. Oh, okay, I think this could be right. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. The symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. Yeah, this is the right choice. Good job. Yesterday, my ass. Yes, yesterday in game time. Fucking 2 weeks ago in real life time. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. GG! Makes sense if you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got 1, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what the ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. The cloak... If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? They're on the inside. Gasp! Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ugh. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Chanda. Order! Order! Oh shit. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down the road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Oh, lady. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Yeah, but maybe he was trying to kill Regina. And if he gave the note to Regina to go to the thing, and then Regina was there, and then he just heard someone trying to lift the box and he threw the thing off and he couldn't see over the top, he wouldn't have known who it was that he killed. So maybe he wasn't trying to kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. Yeah. Seems the case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. To be continued. Okay. Do we to be continued? I think if it's giving us this save option, then surely. We still, it's part, I don't know how long this second part of the trial is going to go. He didn't see, so he didn't know who it was, which is a bold way to murder someone. Yeah. It is 10 to 11. It is very late. And I can feel myself hitting the wall. Yeah. Minesweeper to end stream? I could do one game of Minesweeper. Yeah, Hells, go to bed. It's extremely late. You're snoozy, Alandra. How about I do one game of Minesweeper? Thoughts? Okay, I'll save again just in case. I mean, like, go to sleep. You know what I mean. Okay. Okay. Alright. J. Hardest mode, biggest one. Alright, let's do one Minesweeper. I was gonna have ads that blow our fucking eardrums out. No, because I don't have desktop volume on. It'll be fine. Bust down, Thodiana. I want to see you bust. Alright, expert. We're doing one... That's so fucking loud. Please tell me you guys could not hear that. Oh my god, it blew my eardrums out. If you want to request that song, you can, Hells, yeah? Oh, thank God. That was so loud. Oh, it was just like an eagle. Ree! In my ears. And it fucking... Oh, my God. Gotta get over it. Have you seen... It's Minesweeper, Alandra. You're familiar with Minesweeper, aren't you? What's inside your head? I'll cover the ad. Okay. Oh, wait. Can you hear Spotify? You should be able to hear Spotify, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Watch him fail first click. Oh, I've never played Minesweeper before, but in general, you would have seen it, Alandra, surely. Okay. I haven't played this for so long. I've got such a bad draw at the start. I'm lonely in my old bones. Just like a cherry stone. It's literally such a bad start. It's got to be, for this one here, it's got to be 2 of these 3. Because it's already got 1 touching it there. For this 3, it's got to be 2 out of these 4 here. Hey, Albie, how are you? What's going on? For this 3, it's got to be 2 out of these 3. So I'm kind of screwed a little bit. The song is appropriate to record. You're the Italian? That's right, you are, yes. You can request it, Hells, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to click in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to click in the middle again. And again. And again. And again. Give me a fucking breakthrough, what do you mean? Okay, so I think logically, this one is going to be touching, because this 2 needs 2, so it has to be 1 here, 1 here. There has to be 1 on this one regardless. So this cannot be a mine. Thank you. Which means that if this one has 1 touching either here or here, this can't be 1 either. Thank you. Clicking squares and having no idea how this game worked when I was a kid. I love this game so much now. It is so good. Click to the right of the 2. This 2? Oh, that 2. This one here should be safe. I mean, logically, because... This one here, Natty, you reckon? Right here? Natty thinks this one. Oh, there has to be a mine here for this one. So that's fine, then that's fine. Yep. Okay. The process of elimination. There we go. Then there's got to be 1 there, 1 there. That's got to be 1 for that 2. I made this game for one of my university courses. Did you really, Yadelka? That's impressive. I could never. That's 3. Oh, there we go. We've got a breakthrough. 4, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Do the numbers mean... The numbers are literally all of the information in the game, Hell. So it means whatever the number is represents how many mines are touching that number. So, for example, this 1 here means that there has to be 1 mine touching it. And because there's only 1 free spot left, that has to be a mine. So if we work the other way, with this 1 here... that means that there can only be 1 mine touching it. And because there's 3 spots here, either of these 3 spots can have a mine. But because we know that there has to be 1 for this one here, then that's touching that one as well, which means these 2 are safe. So it's like a big process of elimination thing. So with this 3 here is another easy one. We've got one mine touching the 3 on this side. And there's only 2 other spaces available. And there needs to be 3 mines touching it. So we know that's a mine and we know that's a mine. Then for this 3, it's got 1 touching it there. It's got 1 touching it there. It's got 1 touching it there. So we know that this one here can't be a mine. So these are absolutely safe to press. Yeah, it takes a second to kind of like wrap your head around it properly, but once you do, it's kind of it gets easier. And there's another thing you can do. You can double click. With this version, you can like left and right click at the same time. If a number has like the correct amount of mines touching it already. So this 2, if you double click on that, it'll clear all the free spaces available within that thing there. This game was the first part of Facebook on Messenger as a 2-player. Was it really? Oh, in the 90s. I know so many people who don't know how to play. I only know because I love playing it. Yeah, I learned about... how long ago was it? About 10 years ago, maybe? Yeah, there's 84 mines left in the game. And then once you clear all of the mines, then you win. So this 3 here has got 1 touching it there. It's got 1 touching it there. And there's only 1 free space. So it has to be that one there. And then that 2 means there's a 1 touching it there. There's 1 touching it there. That's 2. Then we've got this 4 here. It's got 1, 2, 3 touching it. And there's 2 free spaces. So it can be either one of these 2 here. But we don't know which one yet. And we would rather not guess if we can help it. Now I'm a little bit stuck again. I'm not invited and I don't ever want to be. So, yeah, one of these have to be a mine for the 4. Oops. I always used to go for the low numbers first. Yeah, it's good when you get like a row of 1s and you can just go mine, 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 mine. It's so good. Be like, hell yeah, I'm amazing. Yeah, it was so much fun playing back in the day when you had no idea what you were doing. So theoretically, if there's a mine here for this 4, then that means there's 2 touching this 2 here, which means that all of these ones would be safe. So I think logically this one here has to be safe. Logically. Because this 3 still needs 1, so it can be in either one of these 3 up here, which would give that 3. If it's in one of these, it'd give the 2 the second 2. So I think this one and maybe this one are both safe. Yeah, I know. I hate when it's like this as well. I think there's logic you can use for it to like what it would be normally, but I'm not that familiar with it. So I'm going to bet on the mine for this 2 being either here or on one of these. I'm going to click this one first. No! Okay. The one I clicked, really? I want to have one more turn. I fucking hate that. That was such a shit start. Let's try again. This is so much better. Okay, so when you start a fresh game, you automatically do the ones in the corners. So you go this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Because there's ones in the corners, and because there's only literally one spot they can go in, it's extremely, extremely safe. Underscore with the party hats. Such a better start. And then when you like understand the basics, you can pick up on like other patterns and stuff as well. So this one, like a 1, 2, 2, 1, for example. If it's 1, 2, 2, 1 like this, the mines are always under the 2s like that. And if it were the other way around and it was 2, 1, 1, 2, then the mines are on the outside like that. But because the 2s are in the middle, it should always be like this. So if I go like this, because we've got this one already, then there has to be one here because of that one like that. And then because this 2 is here, it needs a second one touching it. That has to be there. See, like that. And then you get 3s in a line like this. They're easy because they're in a flat line. So the 3s just have to be touching them. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then you got 1, 2, 3, and you got 2 touching the 2 there. It's just, and then my favorite thing to do is when you've got like all the flags at the start like this, you can just click like this and just clear like a fuckload of the board. Oh fuck, sorry about my microphone. We got 1 there, so that's fine. Then this one has got 1 touching it, so we can double click this, and that's fine. We can do the same with that one. We can put a 2 touching there. This 2 needs a second one. That one's got 1 touching it, so that's not 1, 2. Those 2 have to go there. This one needs 1 there. You can spread them out a little bit. 1. That 2's got 2 touching that there now. That one has 1 touching it. That 2's got 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 3. Over coffee at midnight. Yeah, I don't know if that's available on everything, Natty, but this is like just the Microsoft Minesweeper version. And it just clears the board so much faster. 3. 3. And not our goodbyes. It's too late. A little cheaty though, is it? I mean, you'd get all the information anyway, so it's just like speeding your life up a little bit. Say goodnight, tell me how to change your mind over coffee at midnight. Minimizes mistakes, yeah. 3's good, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. That one's got 1. That one's got 1, so that's there. I'm having a snoozy BVN. Then me and my girl will be partaking in a little drinks and we bowling. Hell yeah. That sounds fun. I'm a fucking idiot. I got distracted talking to chat. Okay, well I lost. Have a good day, Alandra. That sounds fun. It only lets him do it when he has the right amount of bombs down, not if he has the right ones. Yeah, you have to have the right amount of bombs. You can't have just like extra ones or like not enough. You have to have the right amount. So yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Yeah. So it just clears it all for you instead of you having to like individually click them all basically. Yeah, I'm going to go watch stuff and pass out. Have fun in the stream. All good, Natty. Thank you for hanging out. It's good to see you again. Have a good night. All right, everybody. In saying that, I'm also out. Minesweeper's fun. I should play Minesweeper properly on stream one time. That'd be a good time. But yes, bedtime for me. I'll be back on... tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll play more Phoenix Wright tomorrow. I forgot what day it was. Good night, Yudelka. Have a good day at work. We'll see you later. Time to close the lids. Yeah, thanks for a fun stream. Sleep well. Thanks, Evan. Thanks for hanging out. You're the hero I'm let down. I should have known you couldn't stand. Yeah, we'll smash out the court case tomorrow. For sure. Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you guys then. Thanks as always. Thank you as always. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was fun. Yeah, I'm going to go. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Do it tomorrow with proper rest, yes. We'll come back with fresh minds, fresh eyes, smart brains, more beer. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go now. All right, bye, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good night. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Catch you later, bin chicken. Catch you later, bin chicken.